Okay, so this game was interesting. I think the thing that stands out again is how Teravainen is that extra piece it took to get Aho and Svechnikov going, even though they were doing incredibly well before that. I feel like this does highlight even more so how important Teravainen has been to the lineup, especially with how well that SAT line was playing. I mean, they look like one of the best some of the best lines in hockey I've seen. The LA Kings 70s line, the perfection line. Trying to think of another great line. I'm not great at Crosby. Like anybody with Sidney Crosby, the years they won cups. I hate Pittsburgh. I hate bringing up that they won, but yeah, they're Backstrom and Ovechkin. Like they look like that out there. Stamkos and Kuznetsov in the I, don't remember what year was Kucherov went crazy. I think he had one year where he was the best player in the NHL, even better than McDavid. But I don't remember if that was the year they won the President's Trophy. The year where Kucherov was the best player in the NHL was Stamkos. That year, that line as well, Taves and Kane, like they looked like that this game. And I really think that just shows, I think Teravainen, I used to think, oh, he's a little older, like he's a good depth guy. I don't know if he's a first line right wing, because up until I think, I would say, up until the year we made the playoffs, he wasn't a first line winger. But that being said, that's not really his fault. It was just we were a young team, and now we're not as young and we're just getting better. I think that's kind of what happened there. And so he proved me wrong, and yeah, like I don't know if he proved me wrong, but he's getting better in his late 20s, which isn't always common for NHLers. And we really needed him today. 4 of those goals were because of the line he was on, and even though he wasn't involved in all of them, Slavin made some amazing defensive plays. I think Aho got both assists. Teravainen being there definitely helps because there's a direct correlation between Teravainen and Svechnikov and Aho turning it on. That being said, that first period was awful. There's no excuse for that first period. Shorthanded goal, getting outshot by Chicago. I mean, Chicago came in motivated, and it does show that we were able to bounce back. And as good as it is to see your team come back from behind, you don't want to see it because in the playoffs, coming back from behind is even harder. And as the season goes on, it's even harder. But the encouraging side is Carolina did come back from behind late in the season as well. However, this game felt like a regular season game because Chicago's not making the playoffs. Carolina is making the playoffs. Carolina is playing for something, but it didn't show in the first period. I don't think it really showed until the third period when Carolina turned it on. And the fact that Carolina can turn it on like that is awesome. Like that third period is one of the best periods Carolina played all season. That first period might be the worst period Carolina's played all season, though. So the fact that they were able to turn it on, kind of make up for it, have some mid-game adjustments. Svechnikov pointed out that Brind'Amour had a few words for the Carolina Hurricanes, and I think that's why Carolina is able to turn it on. Like Carolina is a good team. I think Carolina is a good playoff team either way, but a coach who can take a team that's having a bad game and turn it into a good game towards the end, that's a reflection of the coach. Because like just the way hockey goes, players aren't going to be ready to play every single game, especially when you play 56 games or 82. And then the fact that Brind'Amour was able to get the team into it and they played for their coach, I think that's an example what Svechnikov brought up. The fact that the players did play for their coach is a mark on how great of a coach Brind'Amour has been and what he's brought to the franchise. And I know Brind'Amour said, I'm a Hurricane, that's it. I'm still going to always be slightly nervous about the Brind'Amour's contract situation until he's signed because it's Rod Brind'Amour. Like, he's that important to our franchise that even though Dundon's saying all the right things, Brind'Amour is saying all the right things, I want that signed, please, and thank you. So, though, the Teravainen effect, I think Carol, like I said, this was an example that the special teams, one concerning element that I remembered was what I was trying to talk about, is the Canes' power play has slowed down. I mean, they had the best power play in the NHL for most of the season, and the fact that it slowed down, you could only go down. But I would have liked for it to go down at the start of next season, not heading into the playoffs. But, I think the 5-on-5 has gotten better since Teravainen returned, and in response to that, the power play has gone down. And I'd rather be good at the 5-on-5, but I'd like both, please. I'm being a little greedy, but we are fighting for the President's Trophy. So all around, good game. And now it's time for the President's Trophy watch, as my phone is down to 5%. Okay. All right, let's go. President's Trophy watch, Carolina still in first place. They have gained 2 points on Vegas, with Vegas having a game at hand. So it all comes down to Vegas's next game. Tampa Bay is behind us with the last 3 games, So Florida is out of it. We've clinched home ice in our division, which is great. You love to see that. And then Washington, they're not going to catch us, really. They can tie us in points, but other than that, yeah. So really it comes down to Tampa Bay, Vegas, and Carolina. So, it's going to be interesting. I think I feel like we have our control of our own destiny, but Vegas really does have it. But all we got to do is win our next 3 games. That's all you got to worry about, and then we'll see what Vegas does. But I do want that. I do want that President's Trophy because it's something this franchise has never done before. And if we win that President's Trophy, in my mind, Brind'Amour now officially passes Paul Maurice for the second best coach in franchise history, which is why we need to bring him back. So, see you guys in the next Canes game, which will probably be tomorrow. Sorry, this one was a day late. A lot of it had to do with just sleeping schedules and stuff. Not a great excuse, I know, but, hey. Oh, Saturday. No, Thursday. Tomorrow, Thursday versus Chicago again. And we got to play Nashville. So, no, Thursday. My mistake. See you guys then. Oh, and also, if you guys like the content I'm producing on the channel, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you guys want to help build a Canes community, share the video. If you guys want to get notified when I upload, which unfortunately it is a little consistent, but click the bell. And yeah, that's everything. So now I'll see you guys Thursday.